Okay, everyone, this little graphic I've got up here is going to explain how we play our D-zone positioning. So this is something I'll be working on a little bit. So there's a few basic positions. You can see my pointer up here. This is the puck here. You got to kind of imagine we're facing down the ice here. So your right D is here, left D, center, right wing there, left wing there. Okay. So there's a couple of basic positioning things. This is your sort of basic position. The main reason behind defensive zone or D zone position is to protect what's called the house. If you ever hear protect the house, what it means is this sort of area here. It's kind of to the dot, out in a triangle a little bit, sort of out to the blue line, back to the dot, back there again, and along that goal line. And that sort of make-believe area is where most goals are scored from. So the idea is to clog up that area and not allow any nice shots in there. So let's roll. So the basic premise here, if the puck is dumped in or if there's a player in there, if opposing player with the puck, if the puck's in that area, I'm going to sort of demonstrate here how we handle that, what the movement is like for each of their positions. Puck's dumped in. So first of all, right defenseman, or the defenseman closest to that corner, it's your job to go and get that puck. Okay, or challenge the forward. Make sure you stay goal side. That means you don't go around this way and get behind them, because then they can just step out. Try and stay goal side of them all the time. Keep them away if you're being conservative, or pin them against the boards, win that puck battle. Okay, that's your job. You go in there, do what you need to do, get that puck out. Okay, center's job, support to that D-man. Okay, that's your job, centerman. Centerman has a really important place to play on defense. Okay, can't be sort of exaggerated too much there. If you're playing center, you're going to be covering a lot of ice, or you should be, because you have responsibilities at both ends of the ice, pretty big ones. Okay, so you go in, support that D. Some systems will go in and say win that and kind of be behind here on the D. I'd prefer a little bit more conservative, which means leave a little bit of room. If it's a kind of one-on-one battle here and the demon's got the other player tied up, by all means you go in, win that puck. What I would say is, what I don't want to see is that D-man and that centerman both getting beat out goal side. So if you come in too deep, perhaps, and you lose the battles both, you'll then have a player sort of through here and onto the net potentially. Okay. You'd also have to go, if they have two players in the corner, centerman, you go in. Okay. Okay, next. So center supporting left D in this case, or your other D, your far side defenseman, front of the net, down low. Keep out the goalie's way, okay? But you cover that front of the net. That is your job, okay? So no one in that really small space there should have a free shot at all. Another thing, if for whatever reason the opposing team win that battle in the corner and they start coming out here, you have got to start thinking about taking away not only that pass, but positioning yourself so they can't just skate across the crease all the way and get a shot from here, because going side to side for a goalie is where most goals are going to get scored on. It's a really hard thing to do. So you want to take away their ability to skate out. You don't necessarily have to come out and face them. You have to take away, there's a couple of things, and this is how you should be playing defense. Take away the pass, but angle yourself so they can't physically get through you, okay, to be able to just skate willy-nilly anywhere they want to. But the front of the net, that's your area there, okay? Next player, right wing. Okay, so the wingers, you're not out of this. You're doing something called sagging. So if you ever hear anything called a sagging defense coverage, this is what it means, okay? What a sagging defense is, if you look at the entire sort of zone, the defensive zone, we're only covering sort of a small portion of it, really. There's a whole half of it we're not that interested in, okay? This is the strong side. This is where the puck is. If you hear strong side, weak side, strong side is where the puck is, okay? So, right wing, or in this case, or the winger, where the puck is, your job is to sag in a little bit lower. You want to keep yourself between you and this defenseman, who should be at the blue line here. Most defensemen will play close to the boards because they want to stop that puck getting railed around the boards and coming out. They should be looking to play that. So you want to take that option away, or if you can't, you want to be on top of them pretty quickly to stop them getting a nice clear shot or coming in. So there's a couple of things here. Don't be too close to this defenseman. Don't sit on top of them, because you also have to be able to come down here a little bit lower if they come out here. If they've beaten the defenseman in the center, you know, you want to be able to get your stick in there if they're coming around here, because this area of the ice, that's sort of you. You got to cover that, okay? Okay, so your main two jobs, take this pass away, okay? And take this guy coming out here away as well. Try and keep both, okay? Also, you might end up back down in that corner too. The only person you should never really find in the corner in any situation like this really are the defenseman and the left winger. They should always, there's always got to be someone in front of the net. Really rare cases you might get the other defenseman going out. Really rare, really rare. So yeah, for general purpose, generally not. But the right winger or this strong side winger might have to sag down and get in the corner if that defenseman does the same thing. You've got to be aware as well, some defensemen, they'll try and pinch, which means they're looking to come in here and get a nice pass out here and take a shot. And it's hard for the goalie to spot a defenseman coming in from here and getting that shot. So if they start doing that, you need to have your head on a swivel. Head on a swivel is a good one. You need to be aware of what's going on around you. You need to come with them and you need to stay goal side. If they beat you goal side, so that means if they get ahead of you here, you've not done your job. Okay, you need to stay goal side of everybody. Okay, last but not least, in this case, the left winger or the offside winger, let's just zoom back there. Where are we? There we go. Okay, they're going to come sort of around this area here, okay? Sag down again. I don't want to see left wingers over here, left wingers down here, waiting for a nice easy pass. You have a job to do, defensive coverage, okay? This is all about, we don't have the puck. We're trying to win it back at this stage, okay? We haven't started breaking out yet, okay? You've got a job to do, okay? Even though you're the furthest one away from the puck and it might feel like you're not involved, you are. You've got to sag down here to take away this defenseman's long pass. This defenseman, the opposition defenseman, should not be here. If they are not dangerous. Leave them alone and just keep an eye on that they're not going to come around the back door here. Okay? If they decide to sit on that corner there, fucking let them. Yeah? It'll give you a big free piece of ice to go through the middle here if we win that puck back. Okay? What you need to do, take away that pass. Okay? If it breaks out here, you want to take away that pass going to the left D there. You're also sagging down to support our defenseman in front of the net. So you're kind of the next guy covering the front of the net. That's you, all right? That doesn't mean you're sat on top of the D. That's their main job, okay? But if things get messy, if this defenseman sags down, okay, if they sag down with it so that the opposition have got more than one person in front of the net, you're going to have to join them, okay? Get involved. Okay, ruck in. Yeah? If it's 5-on-5, you should all be covering a zone here. We shouldn't be outmatched anywhere. Okay, look at that. So, you know, if that puck is in that corner, it's got to get through 1, 2, 3, at least players before it gets anywhere near our net. Okay, this is why D-zone position, if you get it right, it's so effective. Okay, so exactly the same, opposite corner. If it's to get dumped in or played in, yeah, other defenseman goes and gets it. Exactly the same. Centre, support. Other D, weak side D, front of the net. Left winger, sag down. Don't pin yourself against the boards, okay? Don't sit on top of this defenseman. You want to be somewhere in the middle. Take away options, that's all you're doing. Okay, it's not man marking. You're taking away options. Right winger, offside winger, sag down. Cover this area, support your right defenseman, okay, and cover that far side defenseman as well. If they're sat there, great, you're taking away shot space for them and you also got a chance to take away the pass. Okay, and that's about it for D-zone coverage, guys. That's what we'll be working on. Thank you.